Welcome back to Senior Nutrition Guide, where we help you eat smarter and live longer. Today we are tackling a topic that sits in almost every medicine cabinet in the world: calcium. For decades, we have been told that to keep our bones strong and prevent fractures after 60, we simply need to take a calcium supplement. It sounds like a perfect insurance policy against osteoporosis. But new science is uncovering a more complicated and frankly concerning reality. What if that daily pill is doing more harm than good? What if the calcium you think is going to your bones is actually ending up in your heart or your kidneys? Today we are going to unveil the hidden consequences of calcium supplementation after 60. We are not just talking about minor side effects. We are talking about cardiovascular risks, kidney stones, and the calcium paradox that every senior needs to understand. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to protect your bones without endangering the rest of your body, so please stay with me. Before we jump right in, do consider subscribing to this channel if you like this type of content. Let us start by understanding why we started taking these supplements in the first place. As we age, our bone density naturally decreases. This is a fact of life. For women, especially, the drop in estrogen after menopause accelerates this bone loss. The medical community responded with a logical solution, which was to flood the body with calcium. The logic was simple. Bones are made of calcium, so eating more calcium should build more bone. But the human body is not a simple bank account where you just deposit minerals, and they stay where you put them. When you eat calcium from food like yogurt or sardines or kale, your body regulates the absorption slowly and intelligently. It takes what it needs and safely excretes the rest. But when you swallow a high-dose calcium tablet, say 500 or 1,000 milligrams all at once, you create a sudden spike in blood calcium levels. This is where the trouble begins. The first and perhaps most serious hidden consequence is the impact on your heart. This is often called the calcium paradox. You have likely heard of calcification of the arteries. This is when plaque builds up in your blood vessels, making them stiff and narrow, which forces your heart to work harder and increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Researchers have begun to notice a disturbing trend. In some studies, older adults taking high-dose calcium supplements showed a higher risk of developing these calcified plaques compared to those who got their calcium from food. A major study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association analyzed thousands of adults and found that supplement users were at a significantly higher risk of coronary artery calcification. Think about that for a moment. The mineral you are taking to prevent your bones from breaking might be slowly turning your arteries to stone. It happens because that sudden spike in blood calcium we mentioned earlier overwhelms the body's ability to direct the mineral into the bone matrix. So instead of going into the skeleton, the calcium settles in the soft tissues and the vascular system. Now, does this mean you should never have calcium? Absolutely not. Your heart needs calcium to beat, and your muscles need it to contract. The problem is the delivery system. The concentrated dose of a pill is very different from the slow-release matrix of food. This leads us to the second consequence, which is kidney stones. If you have ever passed a kidney stone, you know it is an experience you never want to repeat. Kidney stones are often formed from calcium oxalate. When you flood your system with supplemental calcium, your kidneys have to filter out the excess that your bones cannot use. This increases the concentration of calcium in your urine. If you are not drinking enough water, which many seniors do not, that calcium crystallizes into stones. Interestingly, studies show that dietary calcium actually protects against kidney stones because it binds with oxalates in your stomach and prevents them from reaching the kidneys. But supplemental calcium does the opposite. It spikes urinary calcium and drives stone formation. So by trying to help your hip, you might be hurting your kidneys. We also need to talk about digestion. Many of you have mentioned in the comments that your calcium pills cause bloating, gas, and constipation. This is not just a nuisance. It is a sign that your digestive system is struggling to process the mineral. Calcium carbonate, which is the most common and cheapest form of calcium, requires strong stomach acid to be absorbed properly. But as we age, our stomach acid production naturally declines. This means the pill sits in your stomach undigested, causing fermentation and discomfort. If you are taking acid blockers for heartburn or reflux, the problem is even worse. You might be taking a pill that you are barely absorbing at all, while suffering through the side effects for nothing. There is another layer to this story that is often overlooked, and that is the nutrient synergy. Calcium does not work alone. It has teammates. So what is the verdict? Should you throw your calcium pills in the trash? For many people over 60, the answer might be yes, but you should always consult your doctor first. The safest and most effective strategy is to switch your focus from supplementation to nutrition. The goal is to get between 1,000 and 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day. But here is the good news. You are probably getting about 500 to 700 milligrams just from a standard diet, even without trying too hard. To bridge the gap, you do not need a mega dose pill. You just need a few strategic food choices. A cup of Greek yogurt can have 200 to 300 milligrams. A tin of sardines with the bones is a calcium powerhouse delivering over 300 milligrams. Even plant sources like collard greens, almonds, and chia seeds contribute significantly. When you get calcium from food, you are also getting magnesium, potassium, and other trace minerals that support bone health in a way that an isolated pill never can. If you and your doctor decide that you absolutely must take a supplement because of a specific medical condition or severe deficiency, there are smarter ways to do it. First, look for calcium citrate instead of calcium carbonate. Citrate does not require stomach acid for absorption, so it is much easier on an older digestive system and less likely to cause constipation. Second, never take the full dose at once. Your body can only absorb about 500 milligrams at a time. If you take 1,000 milligrams in one gulp, half of it is wasted or worse, ends up in your arteries. Split your dose between morning and night. And third, ensure you are getting adequate vitamin D and look into a vitamin K2 supplement to ensure that calcium goes to your bones and stays out of your heart. The hidden consequences of calcium after 60 are real, but they are avoidable. It is time to move away from the outdated idea that more is always better. Your body is a complex ecosystem. It prefers nutrients in the balanced natural form that food provides. By prioritizing calcium-rich foods and understanding the vital roles of vitamin D and K2, you can protect your bones without sacrificing your heart or your kidneys. You want to stay strong and mobile to enjoy these golden years, and that starts with making informed, science-backed decisions about what you put in your body. I hope this video has cleared up the confusion surrounding calcium supplements. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might be worried about their bone health. And do not forget to subscribe to Senior Nutrition Guide for more honest research-based advice on thriving after 60. Let me know in the comments below. Do you get your calcium from pills or from food? And have you noticed any side effects? I read every comment, and I would love to hear your experience. Thanks for watching, and here is to your health.